Ooh, dude wants to get in there and get some eggs. I think that foot is secure on there. Looking pretty good to me. All right, we'll turn it on. Our little Mandarin is out and about today. Darn it, where did that anemone go? I mean, come on. How many places can you hide in this tank? And I counted my nems, and I still have 9. There's 2 on the front here. There's that one there in the middle. There's 2 behind that coral. There's the one right in front of it. And then I have 1 hiding right back there, the big giant one, this one. And there are 2 right on the edge over here. Now that nem was huge. It was at least as big as this one. And it is nowhere to be seen. On a side note, look at my Xenia. My poor Xenia has just lost it. I can see everything I've got hidden here. My hidden internal canister filter with 2 ginormous sponges on top, with all my ceramic media inside there. I'm afraid to take it out because I've been removing so much live rock that there's no way I think I can take it out now. I don't have rigid tubing. You probably, some people use like a plexiglass or a glass tube, and then they can just drop it in and it stays at the bottom. So what wants to happen here, if I take this rock off, what wants to happen is the straw just wants to float up because it's just plastic and it's basically a balloon, right? It's a long, skinny balloon. Put a rock on the end with a rubber band, problem solved. And then maybe it'll provide some filtration as well. Eggies are floating. Papa's taking care of them. They look nice and clean. There's quite a few there in this little hatch. Day 4 of the eggies. Let's see how we're doing. These guys are always hungry, man. Shoot, get away. Ooh, dude wants to get in there and get some eggs. Look at that. It's a fight. They're not having it. They're gonna battle it out. You stay away from my eggs. I wonder if some of the fish have been going after the eggs, and that's why I'm not seeing as many. Look at that. Whoa, I had no idea. Now I'm just gonna sit there and wait. This is crazy. This is another reason I want to get that tile in there so they can lay on the tile, and then I can just put the tile over an air stone. Wow. I guess I better feed them a little more often. Let's see what happens if I put some food in. Look at that, look at that. Oh my goodness, let's put some food in the tank and see what happens. And it's a feeding frenzy. Yeah, I gotta feed the tank a little bit more when there's eggs in there, I think. Although, man, middle of the night, I don't know if that would help too much. Now the pot, if I had the pot in there, kind of seems like the other fish might not notice the eggs, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Tile or pot? I'm not sure what I'm seeing, but I think they're a little bit less. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the video. I took one of the nems out of the reef bowl and I put him right in there. Hopefully it'll be protected when the water flow comes back on in a couple of minutes there. He's kind of upside down and sideways. It'll be all right. I have enough experience with these nems that it's not too big a deal to grab them and move them around. Although This was easy to grab because it was on the glass. They come off the glass really super easy. Ooh, now might be a good time to get in there and get that little dude, smother him. It's been about 10 minutes. I can see the foot is starting to try and grab onto the rock there on the left-hand side. And the bubble tips are bubbling up a little bit. So it's no longer traumatized. Well, it'll always be traumatized, right? I do think it's going to be all right. What I'm going to do is turn the water flow on and turn it back off, and we'll just kind of see what happens during that process. And that'll buy me another 15 minutes. So, on, off. Then move the water a little bit. You can see the big nem is kind of flowing. And I do believe I see that foot is trying to attach itself just a wee bit more. I think that foot is secure on there. Looking pretty good to me. All right, we'll turn it on. I did put it in a pretty secure area, that little cave there. So I don't think it's gonna float away anytime soon. What is your all guess how many days this is? We can see what it looks like now that it's opened up. And the foot has definitely taken hold. Hope it doesn't run buckshot over those eggs. We are day 5/6 here. Looks like there's still some eggs there. Boy, what an adventure this is. I'm really learning a lot about these clownfish babies. So as soon as I pull the pot, what happens? The clownfish lay another batch of eggs right on the live rock. So can't get them out of there. They're in there. Can't put another pot in there because I'll squash the eggs. So we're just gonna wait for those ones to hatch. There's these contraptions you can get, which are not cheap. Nothing in this hobby is cheap, but if you have a little ingenuity, perhaps you can make something yourself. I've gone ahead and I've made this little contraption that hopefully is gonna work. So it kind of works like a skimmer. I'm gonna take an air stone, drop it in all the way to the bottom there. This hose isn't long enough. But anyway, we'll have the air stone right here. And so air will be traveling up this tube and drawing water with it. So it's going to be kind of like a vacuum. And I've got a little hole here that I've put, and I'll probably put a couple, maybe just one more hole. And so I'm going to put that hole below this container. And so as it's drawing the air up like a vacuum, it's going to suck the eggs up because I'm going to hover this and I've got it cut at an angle. I'm going to place this hopefully so that the dad can still get at the eggs. I'm going to put this every night because I hear they hatch at night when the lights go out. So every night I'm going to just drop this in there. Well, it's going to be in the tank working the entire time so I know that it's working. And then I'm just going to move it over the eggs every night. Day 7 or 8. I think we've lost quite a few of the eggs. I'm not sure if some people have been foraging, snagging the eggs, but these eggs look pretty ready to me. Y'all seeing those little eyeballs? I wonder if any of them are ending up in the chamber. I'm not seeing any in there. What do I want? Do I want to just cut that tube altogether at a lower level? Like, why bother having the thing coming all the way through the top, right? Maybe all I need to do is have a shorter tube. Let the water fill up in there because they aren't going to be able to swim back down the tube, so why do I have little holes? Why don't I just have a short tube? Just cut it off right there. Our little Mandarin is out and about today. Wow, that's been a really long time since we've seen this little dude. Hello there. How you doing? Finding all the copepods you want? Oh, come on, big boy. And just like that, it's gone. That was like a magic act, wasn't it? Dude. Not funny.
I was wondering why that ball kept getting bigger, and then it hit me.